What is up, you guys? It's Huntsman back with another prediction video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but I love them so much. I haven't had a lot of time, but I'm excited I was able to get to this one, which took quite a while, guys. I put quite a bit of research into these, and this is one of the hardest ones to ever predict. This tournament is absolutely stacked, especially in the D1, D2 area, and I'm obviously top 8 is ridiculous, but this was so hard. As you can see, I have 19 wild cards. I also formatted this in projections, more like tie 25, what it's actually going to show in Super Smash Con, instead of just doing 32, 31, and so on. So this is it, guys. I hope you enjoy it. If I have you in the wild card or missing top 32 and you just get a little butthurt, I'm so sorry. I mean, these are just my predictions. Please don't get ticked. But I'm stoked and I'm ready to jump right into it. So we're going to start with the wild cards. And there's so many. You guys probably think there's too many, but I honestly think all these guys deserve a shout out because they're so freaking good. At number 1, I have Combo Blaze. Combo Blaze, amazing player, super good Falcon. Honestly, he's good with every single character. He's got a great cast. I'm putting him at the bottom of wild card because I heard he's going all DK at SmashCon, which is doable. But it's just so hard. So I put him at the bottom of the wild card. I mean, holy crap, I hope he does it. I hope he makes top 32 going all DK. That'd be the sickest thing. But that's what I heard, so that's why I have him at the bottom. Next, I have actually my doubles partner, so hopefully he's not ticked. I'm putting Let's Go at 18. We haven't seen Let's Go at like a huge tournament in a little while. I'm excited for him to come back. I think he was placed in D4, which is extremely low, but I think the reason why is because, I mean, he hasn't really played in a really big tournament in a little while. I hope he does really well. I have him just missing top 32. Again, all these wild cards are making D1. So all these guys are amazing players. So I have Let's Go, just missing Let's Go. I'm so sorry. Let's do good in doubles. Holy crap. In 17, I'm going to try to go a little faster. I have Shaka. I have Shaka just missing top 32 as well. Amazing Pika player. Again, I haven't seen him play in such a long time, which is why I don't have him making the top 32. I think he's really good and he can pull it out. He can shake off the dust a little bit. But who knows? Maybe he's just been grinding and we have no idea. Super good Pika player. I'm excited to talk to him. I believe he's from Chile también. So love Shaka. I'm excited to see him play. Next I have, and this one's probably a little weird, but I have Maha. Maha is an amazing Pika player from Japan. I've watched him play mostly in doubles. I watch him play doubles with Kyosuke, with Kuraba, with Take, and Maha is amazing. I just have no idea how good he actually is. So I'm excited to see what he does against all of us. I mean, I don't think he's ever played in a US tournament before. I could be wrong. But he's an amazing Pika player. I have him missing top 32 because I haven't really seen him play. So I can't really give a ton of information about him. I think he's really good. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he makes top 32. In 15, I have Frian. Frian made top 32 last year at Super Smash Con. I don't know how many Luigi mains have actually made top 32. That is quite the feat. I think this year it's going to be super hard for Frian to make it out. I think he made it in... I mean, if you make D1, you basically have to win 2 games. That's it. You have to win 2 games, either to make a wild card for D1 going into top 32. I think Frian has the potential for sure. I think this year people are starting to catch on of how to beat Luigi, but Frian played an amazing game against Paco last year to make top 32. And it went down to the last stock each and every single game. It was a really close set. This year I have Frian just missing top 32. Again, probably one of the best Luigi mains in North America, if not the world. I don't know how many people main Luigi and go to tournaments like Frian does. He's amazing. Inspiring. At 14, we have Quapples. Normally I'd put Quapples a little higher on the wild cards. He's beaten me every tournament I've ever gone to, and it's like pissing me off, but he's super good. Quapples is young. I think he just graduated high school, believe it or not. He's going to college here in a little bit. Quapples is amazing. I was looking at his pool, his D2 pool that he's in, and he is just full of pikas. Like every single one of them are super good pikas that he has to go through. And I think that's been his Achilles heel when it comes to overcoming the hump and getting top 32. Really good player. I love watching him play. I mean, he's kicked my butt, so he does really well. Next, I have Hotline. Hotline is so good. I love watching Hotline. I don't know how good he is in the Ditto, and it looks like he's playing Take, and he's also playing Antoine in his pool. Antoine's also a really good player, and I think Hotline, after watching his set against Lowe versus Fox, I think Hotline needed a little more knowledge in that matchup, or maybe Lowe's just absolutely amazing. But from what I saw at Xanadu, Hotline wasn't playing his best. So that's why I have him missing top 32 this SmashCon. Who knows? Hotline, please prove me wrong. Please come in with a chip on your shoulder and kick my butt. I would absolutely love that. I have Hotline missing top 32 though. All right, my next wild card, I have JPX, talking about another Yoshi. It's really hard to bet on JPX because, as we all know, he has a God mode inside of his body. He can go God mode at any point in any game, in any moment. But he also loses to people that he shouldn't lose to. And you can't do that at SmashCon. Fantastic player. I love watching him play. I also think he struggles a little bit in the mental side of Smash. I think if he fixed that, if he just zoned in, if he didn't put so much pressure on him and took a deep breath, I think he would be way better than he is. As it is, he's an amazing player. I just have him missing top 32 this year. He's probably going to get ticked, but hey, that's just the way it goes when you make prediction videos. Okay, moving on. In number 11, we have Waxy Joe. Waxy Joe is so good. I love watching Waxy play. He's improved a lot. He takes down pikas that I feel like no one really saw coming. I love his jiggly. I just was looking at his D2 pool, and it is chock full of pikas. And I think that's just such a hard matchup for Jiggly. Yeah, I mean, if he does it, congrats, Waxy. Please prove me wrong. Please. I want you to make top 32. But as of right now, from what I could see in his pools, he's got a mountain to climb. I love Waxy Joe, though. He's one of the nicest dudes. He's super funny. Next, I have Paco. Paco missing top 32, losing to Freehan last year. Paco also lost to Waxy Joe at Xanadu to make it to top 16. Paco is so good. He's got really good DI. I think he's a lesser version of Josh Brody. He just makes good decisions. He's really calm and collected. I really like watching him play. I have him missing top 32 because he's been a little, at least from what I saw in Xanadu, he was a little inconsistent with some of his punishes. But Paco, please prove me wrong. I mean, I think you're an amazing player. Super fun to watch. Next I have, this one's really hard to put, but I have MTW. Oh, here you go, MTW, so good. He has a tough pool as well. I have him missing top 32. MT is one of the coolest Samuses in the world. Him, along with Mr. Sir. Best Samuses I've ever played against. They're just super awesome. I just think it's such a hard character to overcome. Falcon. I looked, and it looks like Krovi's in his pool. It looks like he's got another really good Pika in his pool. I think it's just really hard for MT to overcome the Falcon. So if he gets a couple good Falcons in his pools, I think it's just going to be really hard for MT. And he's already got Krovi 1, and I think that's just really hard to get around. But MT, please prove me wrong. I mean, I love you guys. MT is such a nice guy. He's got the freaking bowl cut. He kills it. Number 8, I have Afro. Now, Afro is a really, really good player. I just have no idea how good he is. He didn't do great at SmashCon last year. Probably not as good as he thought. But Afro seems great. He plays with Nax, who's probably one of the best in the world. He's fantastic. I just haven't seen enough from Afro for me to say put him in the top 32 no matter what. So that's just it for me. But Afro's really good. I hope he's doing the combo contest this year. I'm excited for him, but he's going down because I'm playing in it, and I really hope I can hit my combos. It'll be a good time. But yeah, I have Afro just missing top 32 because I haven't seen enough from him, along with Maha and yeah, those kind of guys. At 7, I have Wolf. Now, Wolf is so good. He's a Kirby player. If you guys don't know him, you probably all do. He's super good. He reminds me of Knackle, kind of like this aggressive, tricky, but also really smart player that can just get you in different ways. Very good Kirby player. He's proven himself against really good players as well. I have him missing top 32 because he's in my pool, and one of us has to make it out. I think four make it out, but I have him missing top 32, so he'll make D1. So I put myself in top 32 because I'm a biased piece of crap. But Wolf is really good. I have him just missing top 32 this year, and I think he made it last year. He's actually a really, really good player. I haven't talked to him, though. I've never actually played him, so it'll be good to play him. Number 6, I have, and he's going to be ticked, I have Jaden from Down Under, from Australia. And that was an Australian accent. If you didn't hear it, then I'm really sorry. Jaden is so good, and he's going to be ticked that I'm not saying he's making top 32 because he made top 32 last year. I just think this year, I was looking at his pool, and he's got some really hard Pika Ditto matchups. Frank is so good at the Pika Ditto. And I think it's just going to be really good for Jaden to play him. They might have played last year, but Frank is just really good. I think Jaden might have won, actually, but Jaden's DI, he's got that cheater DI with the Troy or with the Hori or whatever it is, and it throws people off. Very good, very fundamentally solid. I just have him missing top 32 this year. And this one was really hard to do. I actually really enjoy Jaden's play, and I hope it proves me wrong. And he's probably going to be ticked about this, but I mean, that's just the way it goes. Number 5, I have Beef. I have Beef making D1 this year because last year he missed D1 because we had such a stacked D2 pool. Frank and Crovey were in it, and they both made top 32 out of D3 or just ridiculous amount of increase from where they were at. Beef just got bracket fricked last year, and he just missed it by percentages because it was a 3-way tie. Beef is so good. I love watching Beef play. I have him just missing top 32 this year, but making it to D1 for sure. So I love Beef. Really good player. 4, I have Lord Narwhal. Lord Narwhal, so good. I love watching him play. I beat him last year with my Yoshi, which was stoked. I was pretty happy about that. But he's a really good player. I just don't know how much he plays. I mean, he probably alts on Chicago all the time, but I have no idea. He also seems like he has a love-hate relationship with the game. He hates it, but then he still plays it. And he's like, why do I play this stupid game? But I love it and I hate it. It's just kind of funny. And I don't think that's the best mindset. That's why I have him missing top 32 this year. I know he made it last year. Very good Mario, very good Fox. He's got a good Yoshi. He's just a fun guy to watch because of his character diversity, and he doesn't really play the high level characters, which I really enjoy because I love seeing different matchups. I have him just missing top 32 this year. At number 3, this one was so hard. Oh my gosh, and I don't want to do it. Chris Kringle. Chris, I'm putting you just missing top 32. I'm so sorry. I wanted to put you in top 32, but there was just certain players that I think it's their time to kind of just get out. And Chris, I have him just missing. Chris is a fantastic Ness main. He's also, he's not really a main at all. He mains Falcon, Kirby as well. He plays Kirby. I'm sure he can play Pika, which he can. He's very good. And he has that Ness. He's kind of like an E-pad with a Ness, but maybe a little better. Anyway, fantastic player. I love watching Chris play. He beat me last year at Super Smash Con in a close 2-1 set. I'm excited to see what he does. I have him just missing top 32 this year. Hard for me to do, but I love Chris. He's a very good player. Number 2, I have Raichu. Now, I'm putting Raichu as a wild card, even though he's an amazing player. I just have, last year, he decided to go all Pika. And it showed because he made top 32, and I think he tied for 17th last year. But I just have no idea if he's going to go all Ness. We have no idea. It's kind of like Frey. Frey could just go all Ness, and I'm sure he'd do great, but he'd just run into a couple Kirbys that could beat him. And if he's going to go all Ness, then he's going to run into that. But if Raichu's playing hardcore, I think if he's going Pika, Ness, and he's switching between the two, or something, a hybrid between the middle, I think Raichu makes top 32. But I put him as a wild card just because he plays that low tier, who's absolutely insane. He does the most bonkers stuff in the world. And last but not least, I have E-Tab. E-Tab just missing top 32. I'm sorry, E-Tab. You're so good, and you've gotten so good, and you're improving. Holy crap. Xanadu, he didn't play his best. He took a game from Boom, which is absolutely insane. But he also lost to Paco. He also lost to Andikins as well. So I feel like there were some things that he has improved on since. I mean, before I would beat him with my secondaries. Now I can't even. I feel like I'm trying to keep up with my Fox. Like he's just such a good player now. So I hope he proves me wrong. I just have him barely missing top 32 this year, losing in a wild card situation. Very, very good. Anyway, love all of these guys. I hope you guys kick butt. I really hope you make top 32. Please prove me wrong. And now we're going to jump into the top 32. All right, I'm going to move a little quicker. Here we have in number 25, Antoine 420. I have Antoine making top 32 this year. He's got a nice bracket. He's playing against a couple of Yoshis, which I think he's comfortable with because he's got the Fox, and I don't think a lot of people understand that matchup as well as they should. Very, very good player. He played really well last year. He took a game from Alvin. Whether he took a game or not, I can't remember, but he took him to last stock every single game. And it was just so close, and I think he butchered a couple combos that he should have had. Antoine's really good. I think this is his year to make top 32. I think this is his breakout tournament. I also love Antoine. He's also very funny. Okay, and next I have Andros or Andikins. Andikins has been playing so good. I've loved watching him play. We were playing in PTSD 7, the first one, and I lost to him, and I was super butthurt, and I was like, dang, that sucked. And I wish I could have played better. But then I go watch him play SKG, and he absolutely destroys him. Like, no offense to SKG, but Andikins looked so good. He looked like a different player. Like, I know Andikins is good, but my gosh, he looked like he was on a different level. So I think just getting that confidence boost, Andy's playing really well. I think this is his tournament to make top 32 and have a good bracket. So I have Andikins making it. Next, I have me, Huntsman. I have myself making top 32 because I freaking love. I just love Fox. I think I've been improving really well. I'm a big fan. Yeah, I feel like this is my year to make top 32, and also I just kind of want to push myself and set a goal. Obviously, any of these guys can beat me. Like, any single one of these guys can beat any of the other. Like, there's no one person that is solidified for sure I am beating this person. I don't think it gets that way until top 13, to be honest. Where it's like kind of just, all right, I'm going to lose. But all these guys can beat each other. They're all so good, and I think that's why it's so fun in this competitive aspect. Okay, next I have Supa making top 32. I'm losing in the first round of losers as well. Fantastic player. If his controller's working, top 32. If it's not, I don't see him making it past D1. But again, if his controller is actually working, then I think he can play extremely well. He's proved himself online, but it's time for himself to prove it on console. And I'm excited to see him play. I'm excited to see him show people who he actually is and how good he is on console, not just online tournaments. Excited to see him play. Very good player. Next, I have Take making top 32. Take, fantastic Yoshi from Japan. Holy crap, I love watching him play. He's like the next Kuraba, up-and-coming Kuraba. He does crazy things that I feel like no one ever does with Yoshi. I really love watching him play. And so I have Take making top 32. Next, I have another Japanese player who I don't know very well, which is Kix. Apparently, Kix is a fantastic player that is really, really, really good. I've never seen him play. I was trying to find games and I couldn't find too many in the short research that I could do. But apparently he's amazing. I mean, he's ranked number 1 in a D2 pool. So, I mean, they have him going to top 32 projected. And I'm excited to see him play. Again, I don't know much about the guy. But since they had him ranked so high, I'm like, you know what? I'm putting him top 32. I'm sure he's going to do good. Tie 25. Next, I have CTG. CTG, fantastic Jigglypuff. Last year, he battled it out with Frank in the first round of top 32, which was so fun to watch. And they kind of have like a rivalry, which I super enjoy. But CTG, a great Jigglypuff. He makes really good decisions. People don't see Jigglypuff like him. He also has that cheater DI, which is absolutely ridiculous. And he's got like this tournament mode that he just plays on a completely different level. It's really fun to watch. CTG, very good player, unless he's playing against All Shine Fox, apparently. Sorry, CTG. Okay, and last but not least, making top 32, I have... Oh, wait, this is wrong. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, I forgot I changed it. Oh, that's my B. Chris, I'm sorry, I'm upgrading you. Or I'm not apologizing. But Chris, you're getting upgraded. Chris is making top 32. That's my bad. I didn't mean to put that there. It looks like I put an extra one on accident. So Chris, I have you making top 32. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I said that before. I was like, I swear I put Chris in my top 32, but for some reason I had you in my wildcards list over here. That's my bad. Chris, you're making top 32. I love you, dude. Okay, top 17 or tied 17. I have Joshi. Joshi, fantastic player. People are going to say he's seated too low for me putting him too low. He's amazing, even though Super Boom Fam gave him the freaking business with Fox, which was so fun to watch because Joshi actually destroyed Stranded last year, and it was really, really fun to watch. But anyway, I have him going a little lower. I think people are getting better. I don't know how much he actually plays. He could absolutely tie for 13th, but I think this year he's going to just tie 17th, and he's going to run into a good player. Tied for 17th as well, I have Crovey. Crovey, amazing Falcon, also one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet with a fantastic mustache. Crovey has got the craziest combo game with Falcon. He also has one of the craziest cheater DI I think I've ever seen. Amazing player. I love watching him play, and I think he's going to do really well. Next, I have Frank. Frank, also a fantastic Pika player. I think he just surprises people left and right. He's just so good. He's really good at the Pika Ditto. In fact, he absolutely loves it. He's also good against Falcon. He's got interesting ways of edge guarding and approaching the game, but it works. And he's proved it time and time again because, I mean, I think he tied for 17th last year at Super Smash Con. So I have him making tied 17th this year. Super nice guy, too. Next, I have Frey. Frey played so well at the Crovey Fest. Like, it was so fun to watch Frey play, and I think he took second or third. I think he lost to Dogs, but it was a really, really close set, and Frey almost beat Dogs, and it was just so fun to watch him play. I have him tied 17th, which I think this year he could go a lot higher. He's actually in my D2 pool, so fingers crossed. I don't know if I can pull it out, but it'll be really fun to play him anyway. I love his commentary. In fact, he's my favorite commentator in Smash 64. He's like so collected, but he also gets like hype with his like calm voice, which is just fun to listen to. Love Frey. I love his Ness. I love his Falcon. I love those two kind of switch off. Really, really good player. Tied 17th. Next, I have Baby Kwib. Now, Baby Kwib, people are going to say this is low because Baby Kwib is ridiculously good. Insane. Like, I think people don't understand how good he actually is. He almost beat Dogs Johnson last in Xanadu. It like came down to the last stock on game 5. It was so close. Baby Kwib, amazing. I'm putting him tied 17th because I think the players in front of him are just... I think it's just their year. It's not like they're necessarily better. I think this year they're just going to have a better tournament or a better bracket. That's just my guess. So Baby Kwib, I'm putting you at tied 17th. Use this as fuel. Please message me and say I'm a dirtbag because I want you to do better. Next, at tied 17th, I have Finio. Finio is an amazing Pika player, underrated. People don't talk about Finio enough because he's so good. Beats really good players. Last year, I think he tied for 17th as well. I think he's just really consistent. Really good player. Tied 17th. For the next two, we have Tacos. Tacos, fantastic Yoshi. I think he plays Falcon as well. I don't know if he actually plays a lot of Falcon, but he also plays Kirby, plays amazing DK. He can pull it out at any time. I don't know how much he plays. If he practiced all the time, then I think he'd be in the tied 13, tied 9 area, but I don't think he does. He's just kind of like, yeah, he used to play a lot, and now he just uses that to kind of, his experience to get really high in tournaments. Fantastic player. Love watching him play. He's also a really, really chill dude, which he's really nice, but he kicked my butt with DK at Smashtoberfest, which I'm still a little bitter about. But Tacos, I have tied 17th, and then the last in tied 17th, and I did this on purpose. I don't know why, but I have Low. Low, I'm sorry, but You told me to seed you low, so you could get excited. I have you tied 17th. I don't have you making tie 13th. I have you losing the second round of losers. Fantastic player. Like, I love watching Lowe play. He kicked the crap out of Jaden with his Fox. Like, we're not talking like, it was like 10 games to 1 maybe. Like, it was just, and Lowe was just doing work. It was really fun to watch, and I love Lowe's Fox. He did lose to Sheeman 3-0 in Xanadu. And I think he could have played a lot better. I think he was kind of checked out at that point. But Lowe, he also kind of gets this like lethargic approach when he plays the game too long. I think he just posted a tweet actually saying, playing Smash for 3 days in a row, I'm exhausted. I don't want to touch a video game anymore. And that's tough when you have to deal with that and also play in so many important games in a bracket. So I have Lowe going tied 17th. I hope he proves me wrong. I hope he can make a chase for top 8 this year. Okay, jumping into the third round of losers and losing there, I have starting out Zero. Zero, again, really, really good player. I actually love watching him play. He was in my D2 pool in Xanadu. I was able to take a game, but then he figured me out. He four-stocked me 2 games in a row. Love watching him play. He beat Boom. I mean, Boom was Fox, but even so, it's just super fun to see someone beat Boom like that. Zero is such a good player. I think he just runs into too many good players all these tied 13 players are not losing to the other tie 13 players. You guys need to know that. Same here. These guys aren't losing to the top 17 players. They're losing to the top 13, and top 13 are losing to the top 9. So that's why I have Zero at tie 13. Amazing Falcon. I hope he pulls out the Kirby more because it was really fun to watch. Next, I have Sheeman. Sheeman obviously making one of the coolest runs last year, beating Kiro, and then going into top 8. I think he had the easier route to go to top 8 last year. He definitely did. Actually, all the people who made top 8, I think Sheeman had the easier route. I don't know if he's going to have that luxury this year. Again, fantastic player, tied 13th in the biggest tournament in the world is no slouch. I think it's just going to be tough for him to get out this year. He lost to at Xanadu. He lost to Josh Brody, and it was a really, really close set. It would have been really fun to pull him out, but Josh Brody just clutched it up. Really fun to watch. Next, tied 13th, I have Dogs Johnson. And I think Dogs made tied 9th last year. I think he lost his last game to get into top 8. Dogs, freaking amazing player. I love watching him play. He runs into a couple players that I think have his number. But as of right now, I think Dogs has potential to make top 8. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. This year, I think it's just the other players' year. I think they're going to have a better bracket, and that's the only reason why. Going into the next top 13, we have our last and final Stranded. And I really want to watch Stranded versus Dogs. I think that'd be really, really fun to watch, but I don't know if we're going to get it. But Stranded, obviously, the dual Fox Yoshi main, insane at the game. We all know how good he is. We just don't know how much he is mentally in it. So he checks out a lot. I don't think he did last year, though. Last year, he was really in it. He looked super sturdy, and I just loved watching him play. In fact, I watched almost every single one of his sets. He absolutely destroyed me in the Fox duo because I hate that freaking matchup, but I'm getting better at it. And Stranded is just so fun to watch. I think this year, he's going to barely miss getting in, fighting for that top 8 spot. I hope he does something crazy. Last year, he took a game off of Isaiah's Kirby, which I think he is in. Honestly, to be honest, I think he's one of the only people to do that, to beat Isaiah's Kirby with Fox. I don't think LD has done it. I mean, maybe he's done it a couple times, but even if he has, that's a small pool. That's a small sample size. Only 2 people in the world have ever taken a game off of Isaiah in tournament against his Kirby. I mean, that's just pretty cool to say. Stranded is my hero when it comes to technical ability. I really love watching him play, so I have him tied 13th. At tied 9th, and these people are just missing out on top 8 this year. Again, this is my predictions. I have in the first one, my hero, Hammerheart. Hammerheart, I want to put him in top 8 so bad. I have him just missing top 8 this year because he lost to EG at Xanadu. And EG kind of surprised him, and I think that shook him a little bit moving forward when he played Hero Pie. I think he was still shook about that set because I think he could have played a lot better against Hero Pie. I think he lost 3-0, but I think it was only because he was so shook that EG gave him such a good game or such a good set. And I think Hammerheart's he's got that fire back, which he doesn't always have. So I'm excited to see him play. I really hope he does well, and I hope he has fun because he is the nicest guy in the freaking world. I love Hammerheart. Number 9, just missing top 8 this year, I have KD3. Again, amazing player. I was just playing him online. I can't wait to play him in person. I'm sure he's 5 times better on console than he is online. I love watching him play. He beat Wario, for goodness sakes, last year. And this year I have him just missing top 32. I love watching him play. He's really, really good. So I have him just missing top 8. Okay, next I have just missing top 8, Jaime HR. Last year he got tied 9th as well. He just barely missed out. He had to play Isaiah to get in the top 8. And again, any of these players can upset the top 8 players. I think they can. It's just extremely hard. So I have him just missing. He played really well against the Jigglypuff, against Isaiah's Kirby. He went all Falcon last year. Was the only person to take a set from Kuraba. I love Jaime. I love watching him play. He's my coach. He's my mentor. He's taught me a lot about the game. And last but not least, missing top 8, I have Josh Brody. Josh Brody is the most fundamentally sound Smash player I have ever seen. He's also really kind. He talks about the game. He helps you improve. Just a really good player. I really love watching Josh play. I think he lost to KD3, or no, he might have beaten KD3 in Xanadu. Yeah, beat KD3 in Xanadu, which was a really big, I think that was a really big win for him and I think any of these guys can beat any of each other. Like, they're just so good. And it all comes down to the right bracket at the right time. I have Josh Brody just barely missing top 32 this year. Top 8. But who knows? He could definitely prove me wrong, Josh, please. And honestly, the top 8 this year was not hard. They're just so good. I mean, it's just so hard to say that any of these players right here can definitively have a winning set automatically. Like me saying, oh, you know what? They're going to win this year against this player. These players are so good. I don't know if there's another level, but it's freaking close. I mean, there is. These top 8 players are just on another level. They're ridiculously good. Not saying they can be upsetted, but what I'm saying is that if any of these players beat the player that I'm putting in the top 8, it would be considered a big upset. And that's why I have these guys in my top 8. First and foremost, I have Wizrobe. Wizrobe missing top 8 last year, losing to Wario because KD3 knocked off Wario, sending him into losers. And that really mixed up the bracket. That really put people in a difficult situation. Wario against Wizrobe to see who's going to make top 8. That blows my mind. I think Wizrobe took 3rd the last time he played in the past one that he played in. Or 4th or something like that. Just amazing, So I think I'm putting Wizrobe at 8th. Obviously, he was dealing, I think, with some health issues, and he stopped playing the game for a little while. I hope he's in tip-top shape. I love watching him play. I haven't really talked to him. He seems like a really nice guy, though. Okay, and next I have Kiro. Kiro, again, fantastic. I just think getting over this hump of tying for 8th or tying for 5th is just going to be really hard. He's got a lot of good players to go through, and I hope he proves me wrong. I hope this is Kiro's year to make it in the top 3. He played fantastic at Xanadu. He didn't lose at all until he saw Boom, which I wish I wish they had 2 sets because I wish I could have seen more of Boom's Fox against his Pika. But Kiro is just a really smart player, bonkers at this game. I think if he studied videos, if he studied matches against these players right here that I'm going to put in front of him, I think he'd be really a lot better, and I think you'd give him a way better chance to even win Super Smash Con. If he just studied a little bit. I don't know if he does. But then again, that's just his personality. He's amazing. I hope he wins it all. But this year I have him tied for 7th. Next, I have Alvin. And this is really low, but I'm having him tied for 5th. I think last year he took 4th, and he's won it multiple times. So I think this year, last year he said he's done playing the game or done coming to Super Smash Con. And now he's coming back. So I think he's just having like a love-hate relationship kind of thing where he's like, yeah, I'll go play. It'll be fun, but he's not like locked in anymore. I think he's just overcome that. I think he sold his steel stick. So you can tell he's kind of slowly moving out of the game. And I don't know if this is going to be the last one. I hope not, but he's such a good player. I mean, we all know and have seen the amazing things. Isaiah playing against him and doing really well last year was so fun to watch. Next at tied for 5th, I have Nax. And the only reason why I have Nax at tied for 5th, I think Nax can beat any of these guys. Like any of these guys. Well, actually, no, I don't. I think he can beat 3 out of the 4 guys. And what I think this is going to happen this year, and I have my next one, Kuraba, taking 4th. Nax is such a good player. He's good at Pika. He's good at Kirby. He also had a really good Yoshi. It was fun to watch. He's got a good Falcon. But I think the only player that can definitively beat him really in a good manner is Kuraba. And I think Nax is going to run into Kuraba this year earlier than he did last year. And because of that, I have Nax taking tied for 5th. Because, again, I think Nax can beat any of these players. He has a good chance of beating any of these players except for Kuraba. Kuraba looked like he just had his number. So it was fun to watch Kuraba win Super Smash Con, but that's why I'm putting Nax at tied 5th. And Kuraba, I'm putting him at 4th because of Kyosuke. And I think Kyosuke is really, really good, and he's one of the best players in the world, but he also knows how to play against Kuraba. So I think if Kuraba runs into Kyosuke early in the bracket, he's going to end up taking 4th or 3rd, which is why I have him at 4th, which is painful for me to do because I'd love to watch him win. I love watching other characters expand and win the game. I think it's really, really fun. I have him going at 4th this year. 3rd, I have Super Boom Fan. Super Boom Fan, obviously, it's a merge cell. That sucks. So I'm going to put Super Boom Fan. Okay, Super Boom Fan, amazing. Holy crap, he's insane. I mean, he's playing all Kirby, or he's doing Kirby Yoshi, but I doubt we'll see the Yoshi in top 8. I'd be really surprised if we did. I think he'd have to really be up against a wall to go Yoshi. But I think he's going to go almost all Kirby in top 8. I have him losing. I have him losing to, actually, Kyosuke in losers finals. I think Kyosuke just has a really, really good Pika. And he knows how to play against really good Kirbys. And if Super Boom Fan isn't going to go Pika or Falcon this year, I think Kyosuke is going to win. Who knows? Super Boom Fan has been grinding the Kirby for the past 3 months, like crazy. I'm sure he's improved a lot. I love watching him play. But I have Kyosuke beating him, and then I have Isaiah, none other than Isaiah, winning it all this year. Last year, he looked so good. Losing to Nax in Game 5, I think, it was such a close set. Again, I think this year, Nax is the only reason why I don't have him winning it, or in the top 2, is because of Kuraba. And I think Isaiah's going to have a good bracket this year. I think he's going to win it all. I'm really stoked to see Isaiah win it. And if he doesn't, I mean, holy crap, I just love Super Smash Con. It's going to be a really, really good time. Guys, this is my top 32. These are my wild cards. Comment below. Let me know if I did something wrong. Who do you have winning Super Smash Con this year? And tell me why. Look at the brackets, make good predictions. This was really, really fun to me. Fun for me to make. So I hope to see you guys at SmashCon. Let's get some games. I hope you all play well. I hope we can all just play our best. I think that's the goal, and have a good time. Anyway, top 32 predictions. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.